Hello there, my beautiful sacred hearts, awakened ones. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, and coming on my YouTube channel, the Love Wisdom Channel with Monica. Oh my goodness, it is on fire. I mean, this is Lionsgate. Talk about some serious fire being lit up on us. And it is coming on super strong as we're nearing the peak of the energy on Monday, August 8th. For those who yeah, so it'll be August 8th, 8/8, whatever time zone you're in, you still get the everybody's going to be getting this energy. So, but it is so important to know. I'm going to share some 5 sacred keys to know about this Lionsgate portal and also how to prepare for it. So I will, talk a little bit about some of the astrology and some of the intuitive, messages that I get with this. It all links together, it all ties in. And then towards the end, I'll share a mini oracle card reading. Well, actually, there's a card in specifically that wanted to show up for this message that I'm about to share with you about the Lionsgate portal. So who is ready for all of this energy and this Lionsgate power that is coming right now for this whole month of August, which to me feels like it will continue way past August 8th, and I think it may even continue till the new moon of the month at very accelerated high level of energy that is streaming into the planet, into us, and everything in all our cells. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the planets right now in motion. I mean, we had like a triple conjunction. We're going to have another one, I believe, during the super moon, full moon that is coming up of August 11th. So really it's August 11th and 12th, but it's really going to be right in the midst of this Lionsgate portal as well. And so the one that we just had, and emphasized a lot of the Uranus energy on the North Node. And the North Node is our mission, where we're heading, and Uranus is that freedom planet, surprise, here's a change here and there. And then we had also just now Jupiter go into retrograde. And Jupiter retrograde is going to be until November. And so this, when a planet is in retrograde, is about going within yourself, in your own soul essence, in your own heart, and tuning into yourself. And Jupiter, to me, is like this majestic planet. And I feel that it has to do with the crown. And so there is, a focus on our own worthiness and our own values as well. How we place our own crown, which, I'm wearing here symbolically. And literally. So but this is an important mix of energies that is being really emphasized for the 5 sacred keys that I'm about to share. And so some of the other planets that are still in retrograde is Saturn in retrograde, and that will go on till October. And there's another planet, I believe, that is in retrograde at the moment, but it slipped my mind. It may be Mars. And yeah, I believe it's Mars. And so Saturn has to do with the karmic and the cycles and completing cycles and just ending karmic cycles. So the energy, here's the thing that I want to share. The energies are here to support us, but if we're not really taking the action to really take the measures to take advantage of this energy, it will not be as effective as it would be as you taking the actual action to do something about these changes and going with these energies, which is why I want to share about this 5 sacred keys about the Lionsgate portal that we're about to approach. So the number one thing to know is that this energy is definitely very forward momentum, but it is a forward momentum with fire. And so with that comes like this breaking down of systems that are not aligned with us, in our own soul alignment, in our own heart and soul, and it just doesn't match to what our soul mission and our purpose is, to what we come to do, where we've been guiding us. And so there's a level of this that sometimes there's some attachment that goes on with that, where if we don't want to let go of something, then eventually that change will come. And so there is this breaking down of systems, And that includes systems out in society as well, some of the communities, and even in families. So if something is not in that alignment, then it will just automatically in some way start to like break down in itself. And I know how hard that can be, also seeing all these changes all at once and then not knowing exactly what to do next, right? And I've been there myself, like when I had my marriage and things just collapsed. There's this whole shifting of the identity that we're kind of like moving ourselves into, and we're being urged and guided towards that, because it all leads to our own identity and our own soul essence and our own heart and being in our own authentic self. So this energy is definitely like on fire and it's forward momentum. We are moving forward with it, and if there is, some resistance, that will make it much harder with the change. So it is something that we can no longer like resist. And I wrote down my notes, by the way, because I had this download. So number 2 is don't hold back. So what this means is shine your light, talking about the authenticity. Maybe in the past, by shining your light in a loving way, or whatever way that you may have accomplished or share some of your knowledge or wisdom from your own heart, and it may have been shut down, or somebody would criticize you or get triggered by you in a different way, and or generate some jealousy from them. And so then being an empath, that maybe that made you feel bad to like be sharing all your accomplishments and your celebrations. And I know as an empath myself that I held back from really shining more my light and speaking my own divine truth. And so now is the time to really just don't hold back from all that. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep shining your light. Keep coming out if that is what you're being called to do, is to speak your divine truth and express it in all the different ways that you desire. It could be going on a video, it could be going out and connecting with other people, or just sharing what is coming from your own heart. And number 3 is to really simplify your life. It's okay, so things may just be breaking down, and in a way there's this chaos. So my advice is don't overcomplicate things and trying to maneuver around it. So try to find a way to make it simplify for yourself without overcomplicating your whole life, and just take it as easy as you can, or do the best you can, in other words. But keeping it simple without all this pressure of wanting to do all this change now. And so this is one of the things that I also like had to learn myself when I went through my own marriage of collapse and all that, is to just simplify my life. And in whatever the changes, however they were manifesting, and still acting on it, of course, working on myself to really shift a lot of the karmics and ancestor patterns in myself. But at the same time, allowing myself to give the space that I needed to be able to expand into what I was becoming, more of my own soul and my own heart essence, and my whole connection to my own authentic self. And so that could mean just being in stillness for a bit, and to really tune in to what you need to do next. So just make it simple on yourself without overcomplicating, over pressuring yourself, or over criticizing yourself, or beating yourself up for not having all the changes right away, because something has collapsed and you don't know what to do next. So it's just a matter of just being with it in a simple way. So the other thing about this also is about decluttering. So about the simplifying, because that's one of the things that I've also been looking around my house, is how to declutter stuff and just remove the stuff that I no longer use. And so just creating this space to allow more of myself to be able to expand, and that will manifest in all these different creative ways. And so the message is about decluttering your house, if that is what applies to you, but it's also decluttering your thoughts and your emotions, just reevaluating all that, and just, preparing in that way also for this Lionsgate portal, because it is also asking us to have, this space for this huge expansion that is coming through. So that is, one form of preparation as well. But it's something to know about this Lionsgate, why, it's also calling us for this type of like declutter. So number 4 is to, it's very important that we focus now on our highest vibrational timeline. So try to keep as focused as you can on the highest vibrational timeline, because with this Lionsgate portal being so potent in energy, I mean, it could just be like quantum manifestation that I shared in one of my videos as a new moon. And any thought or anything that you're feeling will quantum manifest right away. And I've seen it many times in my life. And, it's like you may be thinking of someone and they call you right away. It's like the other day I was thinking about someone and they text messaged me that they, had a dream with me. And of course, all of these things are, manifesting at a very quantum level. So definitely be very mindful, but also be very heartful of these, thoughts that you're having, and try to just, keep your focus as much as possible on the highest vibrational outcome that you want to manifest, that you wish in your life, but also knowing that in this focus, that the things that, you're wishing for, that they also be for the highest good of all humanity and the whole collective consciousness, because we are all linked with one another to the collective consciousness of all things. And so, I talk about this, in my Instagram video about the quantum entanglement, how entangled we all are in this, it's like this cobweb, a spider web of, all of us linked, no matter what time and space that we may find ourselves. And lately, time for me just feels like it's just definitely going at this different light speed of energy. And I definitely don't feel the days and the times anymore. And I certainly sometimes don't feel the space as much, and I feel like we're definitely like in this whole new, like entirely different world. It just feels very different. So, I would love to hear from others too, what they're feeling and what they've been going through. So just please share your comments, below from, some of these things that I'm sharing as well. So, it's like, so I have so much to say about this. The Lionsgate portal is really, emphasizing a lot of us to really just stay, in that, highest vibrational timeline. And it's also important to try to be around people who will also nurture you or nourish you with these, or be in alignment, in other words, with your own soul, like authentic self, so that you're able to stay in these highest vibrational timeline. So, and also like, what you may be reading, what you may be watching, what, music you're listening to, if it's like music that has lyrics that are destructive or that are not, that are just fueling more of the trauma in you, or same with the shows, same with like, the books, like, some of the shows, a lot of them have a lot of trauma or drama in them, and or they're just too violent. And so it's probably better to just try to maintain yourself as focused as you can and some of the highest vibrational outcome of timelines, as well as watching what you eat and drink. Most important right now is to drink a lot of water, which is something that I've been doing myself, is trying to drink a lot more water with these high quantum energies that we find ourselves in, because water is very receptive element. The more water that you drink, the more the receptivity of will help with these light codes that are also entering us as well. And so finally, the 5th one is to really tune into your higher guidance, to tap more into your own heart center, and to really trust right now your own intuitive messages that you're receiving. It is very key right now to trust your intuition, to find a way to really strengthen it, to really try to tune in as much as you can to your own heart center, to connect more with yourself and your own higher guidance. And, the fastest way that I, done for myself is being out in nature. So try to be out in nature as much as you can, and try to really, be in attunement and as much preparation as you can for this Lionsgate portal. So because, the thing about the Lionsgate portal is that, we are definitely being emphasized of, it is definitely increasing more of our sensitivity and our awareness and our consciousness. We will be expanding in such an accelerated way, and it's going to like really shift a lot of the timelines as well as what I'm feeling. So, preparing for this, right? Those are the 5 sacred keys that I wanted to share on that to know about this Lionsgate portal. So, just emphasizing on the preparation is to just get yourself, mentally, emotionally, and body prepared in all those 3 aspects as much as you can to really be in attunement and ready to go for this Lionsgate portal. So really set the intention with a lot of focus and clarity on what it is that you want to just, for one, dissolve from your life that no longer serves you. And what is it that you want to create in your life? What is it that wants to come through? Do you want to have a healthier relationship? Do you want to have better health? Do you want to write a book? That's me. I'm writing a book. But do you want to like have a new place that you want to go to? Do you want to expand your finances, and really grow your business? Really just emphasize on all those things and set those intentions, right now, start it now, because the portal is open now. And so, things are moving, and we're definitely moving with this energy, at a very accelerated quantum momentum of movement. So definitely feeling a lot of the fire, a lot of the intensity in that. So, I want to share this card that came up, that what I was feeling guided to share, that is very appropriate to this whole message that I just shared. It comes from the Oracle card, the Light, the Priestess of Light Oracle. But just want to make a quick announcement real quick, is just to tell you how excited I am that I'm going to be leading a Lionsgate portal activation, guided meditation, and light language transmission on Monday, August 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And all the registration information is in the description. It is going to be epic. I already feel it. I feel all the the shift going on in my personal life to get ready for this so that you can also receive these powerful transmission, these light codes. I mean, we're going to really expand. And the best thing that, you could do right now is to really invest in yourself and join together and be at this collective togetherness, collective consciousness, because not only will it just, work on you, but it will also work with the collective consciousness as well. Because that is also, something to know, is that all of these energies are really urging us and emphasizing the togetherness and being in the communities, and really supporting one another. And so that is really where we're all heading right now. And so this, I feel like this Lionsgate will initiate that in a much stronger way. So I definitely invite you to come join this circle, the Lionsgate portal activation. And the registration is below, it's $22. It is, really going to be really epic and transformative in your life. And so the card that came up is appropriate, which is the portal. Right? And I just noticed that in the back, it has this picture, right? It looks like a portal, right? And it has a portal of this light. But what this card says, right? The portal says infinite mind, awakening consciousness. And so this, feels so appropriate for this Lionsgate portal. I mean, look at this. She's standing there in her own power. She's embodying herself. She's confident in herself. That is the image that I'm getting. That is the intuitive messages that I'm getting right now, and that, it's appropriate for all of us to receive this message right now, for those who are watching this video. So I do look forward to connecting with you very soon. And speaking of all the changes, I just made a very, big change in my, I don't know if it's big, but I made a change in my Facebook group name. And so now I'm changing it to the quantum portal activation with Monica. And so this, you know, for me, I'm undergoing my own transformational changes as well internally. And so with that is also shifting some of my business as well, and some of the things that will be coming through for offerings and services and support. So all the information is also in the description as well if you want to check it out. But so I look forward to connecting with you in the next love wisdom message that wants to come through. And so bye for now, sending you all so much love.